Hey everyone, I am Tesher, and I couldn't be more excited to share with you one of my holiday favorite recipes that I look forward to making every year, and that is my fun and festive snow globe cupcakes. They're super easy. I'm going to walk you through all of the recipe so that you can make them with your family and friends as well. You're going to notice there's lots of temptations around here. That's also available over at qvc.com. And so I couldn't be more excited about all of that. And you can prepare for your holiday season, which is really exciting, over at QVC with their Fresh Start Fall channel, where they're going to have hosts, they're going to have guests, they're going to have influencers telling real stories, sharing real things that are interests of yours. So I couldn't be more excited for all of that. We'll talk a little bit more of that as well. But how about we jump into the recipe and get started? So we are making a tradition, a Tesher tradition, a Temptations tradition, and that's going to be our snow globe cupcake. So a little couple of things I did in advance just to kind of move this along. So we're going to start by making the snow globes. So this is kind of fascinating. So I actually picked up like little party balloons because the smaller the balloon, the better. And then I made a little gelatin. I put it on a little skewer, and all I'm going to do here is roll it in the gelatin. And you want to make sure that you're getting it, I'll pull it out in just a second, that you're getting the gelatin all the way around the balloon. And then you're going to let it drip off a little bit. That's the technical term. Okay. You're going to let it drip off a little bit, and then you're going to let them dry. And that's why you have it on that skewer. If you have a regular glass in your kitchen, I'm going to grab this, bring this a little closer. You can do that. I'm going to do a couple of more. And then what you're going to want to do is let this sit out for about 24 hours. So this you're definitely going to want to do the day before. And the recipe there, of course, is going to be easy, and you'll be able to see the recipe there as well, that you can check that out. So I am going to, in the effort of saving time, put a couple of these here, and I'm going to let them dry. And now we're going to get into the recipe. All right. So we are going to start with a box cake recipe, how you would make your cupcakes. I am all about like shortcuts and things that make life easier. So a box recipe is kind of the way that I absolutely want to go. By the way, this is our woodland. This is one of our mixing bowls. It's actually a set of 5. They're fantastic. So you're definitely going to want to check that out. I am going to add a cup of water. And I think I have my hand mixer plugged in. I'm just going to triple check on that. So here we have 1 cup of water. Now we're going to add a half a cup of oil. So the traditional way that you would normally make your cupcakes. These are so good, by the way. Anything vanilla for me, I'm all in. So I, of course, went with a traditional vanilla cake box mix. And let's do 3 eggs. All right. So we're going to do 1 here. Then I'm going to take my KitchenAid hand mixer. And what's great about obviously preparing and cooking with Temptations is, of course, the fact that you can use metal utensils. It's metal utensil safe, which is fantastic. So now that I have all my ingredients in the bowl, I'm going to go ahead and grab my hand mixer, and let's get this mixed up. Now, again, here's what we love. Temptations is a brand that's been here at QVC for 19 years. Next year will be our 20th anniversary. And in that time, it has been about prepping and cooking and serving and storing and making all of these great holiday recipes so much easier. So this falls right along in there. So let's get this all mixed up. And again, like I said, you could use any box mix you want. If you want chocolate, go for it. If you want vanilla, fantastic. If you want to put sprinkles in it, have at it. I love kind of the confetti cupcakes. Like those are the best. All right, so now that I have kind of all of my ingredients mixed up, put that on pause. All right, oh, coconut's coming. Just you wait, the coconut's coming. All right, so now here's the best part. I have my 12 cup muffin. Typically, a lot of times you have them in metal or you have them in glass. When you have them in stoneware, you don't need to use any butters or oils or any extra added fats. You literally, and because of that pour spout, I mean, come on, look how easy this is. I'm just going to go ahead and fill them just as you would make. Oh, by the way, you can also use, if you want, the liners. A lot of you I know love to use the liners because they're decorative. So if you wanted to use these in like a cupcake tower, have at it. Wait till you see how easy the snow globes are and how interesting it is. And look at that. All right, so bear with me. I'm going to fill these up. And then you're going to bake them just according to the box. I'll clean up a little of the drips before we put those in. But look at that even creamy consistency. Love that. And then this would be the time that if you wanted to add sprinkles, you could add sprinkles. If you wanted to add chocolate chips, you could add chocolate chips. This is truly one of those customizable recipes, which is why I look forward to doing it and look forward to doing it with my granddaughter this year, which I have not done. She has not been old enough yet to do that. So we will be making, of course, my snow globe cupcake. All right, so let's get everybody in there. Here, I have a little napkin I'm just going to use right here. All righty. All right, let's get that cleaned up. This is going to go in the oven. And then through the magic, I'm going to come out. But look at that. Super easy, right? Couldn't be easier. Everybody pretty much knows how to make cupcakes and loves making cupcakes. So follow your box recipe. And then, voila, I have them made. Okay. Now here comes the fun part. You've made the gelatin balloons. You did that the night before, which is fantastic. You've made your box recipe. You've actually baked the cupcake. In this case, I actually put them in the wrappers just to kind of show you that you could go ahead and do that if you wanted to, or you could put it directly in the stoneware itself. Where is my icing? I am looking for that. Okay, got my icing, and I got my little spatula. So let's ice these. You want to let your cupcakes obviously cool. And then here's what we're going to do. Ready? Put some icing on. And then what I did was I put in a little bowl over here some coconut. Boop. I know. It's very complicated. I am not into complicated recipes. Trust me on that one. So here is one here. I'm just going to go ahead and put that right there. And let's finish icing some of these. So again, as you notice, a lot of these are nothing super fancy, but super delicious. You can use chocolate icing if you wanted to. I like using vanilla because you're creating that snow globe look. So into the coconut, and then look how beautiful that is. And the reason why you're making that little base is then we're going to pick up all of these cute little accessories that are going to fill the snow globes. This is such a fun thing to do, like with your grandchildren, do with your children, and make it a holiday tradition because they sound really complicated and they look really complicated, but they're not at all. All right. So let me grab this pie plate or covered plate that I have here. And I'm going to start to put some of my cupcakes here. Okay. Right. And then let's see. The globes are going to be trial and error. I'm just going to be honest with you. I've been making this recipe for a long time. And so I don't mean to brag, but I'm a trained professional. Kidding. But so it's going to make it easy. So you're going to want to, make a couple of them. And I'll show you some easy tips on how to obviously get that gelatin off of it. All right. There we go. Remember, the gelatin was actually done before on the balloon, the day before, and then left to dry. So, and that actually is what's going to create that beautiful snow globe. All right. So what kind of designs do you want to do? I'll finish doing the other 6, but I'm going to start to show you the next step of this. So I just love how super cute these are, right? Okay. I have a whole bowl of these adorable, edible little candies from little gingerbread, little Santa faces. There's rainbows. Like you could make these snow globe cupcakes for any occasion. We have a little unicorn. Love the idea of a little unicorn. So I'm actually going to push that right down into cupcake. Let's do Santa. Want to do him? Okay. We have to have Santa. Ooh, look at the snowflake. Fun. I'm going to do our little that you see there. Okay. And then let's see. We're going to do a little gingerbread. I might have pushed him a little too far. He's like, there's a lot of snow here. We got a foot of snow here in Delaware. Our gingerbread's a little buried. Okay. But you can have a lot of fun with this. Ooh, how about we put a little poinsettia with our little gingerbread? Okay. What else we got in here? Ooh, an ornament. Okay. Done. So we did a little unicorn and snowflake. We did a little gingerbread and poinsettia. We have, of course, the man of the hour, our Santa. And then we did a little ornament. We did another little Santa there. And let's go ahead and do a rainbow. here is what they look like when you're finished. So look how fun this is. This, of course, we used the wrapper and we had the vanilla icing. And of course, we had that sweet coconut. And then there's that gelatin globe. So I just wanted to show you what you can expect when they're finished. Okay, so let's get to the part that we love. Thank you. This is the science. This is the magic. This is where I need some scissors. Oh, I got them. I got them right over here. All right. So a couple of things. What we're going to do when I find a skewer, hold on, is you want to try to let the air out slowly, but don't worry if you don't. When you let the air out slowly, it actually releases that balloon. Keep doing it. See that? The balloon is then popped on the inside, and you can go ahead and pull that balloon part right out. Okay? See? This is your globe. Is that amazing or what? And all that was a little gelatin that you put on a balloon that you let sit for overnight, about 24 hours, and that is it. That has created that snow globe. Now, can you eat it? Yeah, sure you can eat it, but I don't think you're going to want to. I remove them and then I eat the cupcakes. But this is all about making that beautiful presentation. And then what I like to do is I'll trim around the bottom of that to kind of actually make it a little bit, and you don't have to baby these, like honestly, trim it so that it makes a nice globe. Okay, and then I know it sounds complicated, but it's not. It's so much fun. Hello, look. I mean, come on. Look how cute that is. A little snow globe cupcake where you made a box recipe with, of course, the cupcake. You have the sweet little icing that you have there. Again, whatever you want to use. You have coconut. You can customize this however you want. And then you buy those cute little candies, which you can get at most, grocery stores. And you decorate it and make that gelatin. This is a snow globe cupcake. Here's another one. Sometimes the gelatin will also the balloon will leave like a little color to it. So there's my other one. So look, there's my 2 snow globe cupcake. Now I'm just showing off. Okay, I'll do one more. But again, remember, if you do pop the balloon very quickly, it's okay. You should be fine. But I like to let the air out slowly so that then I can let it all completely come out, right? Oh my gosh, by the way, Alicia and Christine, I love that you are watching. Thank you for joining us. That's amazing. As I'm making my snow globe cupcakes, where I did a little globe with gelatin, cupcakes traditional recipe way, right? I'm going to take that balloon part out. And then look at that. There's my little globe. And then look at this. I'm going to just go ahead and cover it. So this is why it's so much fun. It's interactive. They're snow globes, which are so cute, and they're cupcakes. So it's a fun holiday twist. And that's what that Fresh Start channel is all about, where you can check in with QVC hosts and you can check in with guests and also influencers that are sharing kind of real life stories. And I think like for the holidays, it's just great to get ideas and see what everybody's up to. Keep yourself company. I'm icing some more. Now, again, I did obviously a traditional box recipe is going to do more than a dozen cupcakes. So totally up to you. But remember, something as simple as adding some of the sprinkles if you wanted to, adding some of the chocolate chips, customize these. If you want to use chocolate icing, I mean, no judgment. Doesn't have to be, oh, it doesn't have to be a white winter wonderland. You could have chocolate. You could have, what are some other flavors? There's pink. You could make these pink. You could add food dye to some of the coconut and then make it all sorts of different colors. I mean, I hadn't thought about that. That's a good idea. There goes my little unicorn. And there is the beginning of course, these beautiful snow globe cupcakes. So look at this. I have an entire platter that we already did, along with the 6 or 7 that I already made. And this is a really great traditional holiday recipe that has such a fun, unique twist. And although it sounds complicated, right, you're making these snow globe cupcakes, It's not complicated at all. The only thing that you have to do is the night before, you're going to get that gelatin mixture. And I even gave you the instructions and the directions on how to put it together. Couldn't be easier. And that's what you're going to mix and dip those balloons in. Just as a little FYI, I took balloons that I bought at the store, and you're just going to go ahead and roll it in the gelatin. And you're going to make sure you cover that balloon completely, and then let it drip, let it dry, and that's going to create that casing for you to make that beautiful snow globe to put on top of the cupcake. And you know it's going to taste good because you've made the cupcake exactly how you wanted it to. These actually, I put a little red and green sprinkles in before I actually started cooking them. So just adding a little more festivity so that when you do peel the wrapper off and you are ready to eat it, look at how beautiful. Not only do you have a beautifully iced snow globe cupcake, but you have a beautiful cupcake as well. And of course, we made them in those wrappers. So if you want to pick up different colored wrappers, different design wrappers, you can. Or if you just want to use it, like in our traditional Temp-tations 12-cup muffin, look how beautiful that is. When you're cooking with stoneware, it's all about ease, right? So no butters, no oils, no extra added fats. That's also available. So there's a whole bunch of products, Temp-tations, up on QVC.com that you can check out that are going to make things so much easier, and so much easier for the holiday season, which I'm all about. So again, look how beautiful, whether you wanted to do the gingerbread, of course, with the poinsettia, or we did a little snowman, any little icons that you want to do, you certainly can do. I've actually seen also little wrapped Hershey Kisses that already have kind of the wrapper on them also placed inside, and that's kind of fun too, because then you have a little taste of chocolate. I've also seen some mini marshmallows done inside. By the way, I have some gelatin on my hand, so that's extra. It's like exfoliating. I'm exfoliating myself with this gelatin. Lisa's off to the side, by the way. She says hi. Okay, so how fun was that? How easy was that? That is what we're talking about, especially when we're talking about the holidays, right? Getting things out on the table, creating memories, making traditions together, lots of different things. All right, so I'm hearing that we have some questions. Oh, Phyllis, I love you. Phyllis wants to know what my favorite thing to bake at the holidays. Besides my snow globe cupcake, I have to say my hands down favorite thing is banana bread, believe it or not. And I love to do it with chocolate chips, and it's one of my absolute favorite things to do. And I use a pumpkin cinnamon icing. Yes. Thank you, Phyllis. Does that not sound delicious? Delicious. Ooh, yes. So someone was asking, could you alter these to make them for Turkey Day? Absolutely. You know what I love? Put a little brown food coloring inside the coconut. And then, of course, there you can, of course, put that brown in there and make it almost look like fall foliage. Dip the coconut in there and then just change up the icons. Yeah, a little coconut alternative. And you can put in all different, you can find little leaves. These come in leaves and pumpkins. Uh-huh. Yep. So yes, you can absolutely alter these as well. And if you did want me to share that banana bread recipe, I'm happy to. So I will put that up on temp-tations.com. Yes. Ah, this recipe. You can find this recipe where, Elise? Oh, we're going to put it up on temp-tations.com so you can check out the full recipe. I'm sorry? And on our Facebook page. So that's exciting. And then I think you guys have it too. So we'll definitely be able to share it with QVC as well. Ooh, if you don't like coconut, what could you use as a snow topping? That's a great question. You could use some confectionery sugar. I think that would be a really nice, and it would still give it, and you could dye the confectionery sugar and maybe give it a little red color or green color. So that would be really fun. Coconut, if you're not, and not everyone is a big coconut fan, honestly, it just makes it look like beautiful snow, which is what we love. But you could also use confectionery sugar, and you could also use sanding sugar, colored sanding sugars, which would be really cute, that you could use also as an alternative. I'm all about changing up recipes and making them your own and making them the traditions that you want to have in your family year after year. So I love that. Great questions, everybody. And by the way, you guys, you can find a lot of this here, a lot of great ideas on the Fresh Start channel. You can just go to QVC.com, put in channels, and you'll be able to see, like we said, some of your favorite hosts sharing their great ideas, some of these incredible uh, guests also that have great ideas and influencers, and they're talking about trendy categories and real stories and real recommendations straight from real people, which is just such a fun, unique way to share and just constantly get new and fresh ideas. So you definitely want to check that out. You can just go right over to QVC.com, put in channels, and you'll be able to pull up that Fresh Fall Start channel, which is awesome. Fresh Start Fall channel. So anyway, you guys, thank you. Thank you for making this traditional recipe with me. This is something that I love to do with my family. And as complicated as it sounds, I hope I made it super easy for you because it is. And you can customize it and you can change it and you can make it fit for your holiday and your family traditions as well.